Recently I bought this Lexus off an auction, and what you're looking at here is 10 hours of my life wasted on rebuilding it. Because when I bought it, it looked like this. A lot of things were broken. You're not expecting that thing. An exhaust pipe with a muffler. And well, now it's my job to make it great again. Now in the last videos we did a lot of progress on this car, like changing the steering wheel, and was met with some serious issues. The phone doesn't work. I even went as far as checking the power fuses, but it didn't help. I even changed the old trunk for a new one, but was met with one new issue. It didn't close, so I had to hammer this piece down to make it work. But we're still not done, and enough of me yapping, and let's get back to work. And enough of me yapping, and let's get back to work. So right now the first thing I want to target is this rear bumper that I took off in the end of the last video because I want to switch it for a new one. Just look at the condition of the original one. And one of my friends came over to help me do this job. Big thanks to him, by the way, and due to that our work was done super fast. I realized one thing and why you should never trust cheap Lexus online. I'm taking this electrical hose out, but like completely busted sensors, they just don't work. Okay, so now my next plan is to take away this old hood and the grille and change them for the new one. It is only held by 6 bolts, so it's not gonna be a hard job. So yeah, I did just that, take apart the 6 bolts. But the hood is so heavy it nearly killed me. And after asking for some help to transport it, I easily placed the new hood instead of the old one. Now it was time for the grille. Now even though this job may seem kinda easy because it's just 6 bolts, it took me 50 minutes to complete. So I quickly took off the old grille from an old hood to get all the bolts I need to attach the new one. And after I did just that, in a matter of 3 minutes I was finished. Now the last part is to put that logo on here, just like that. Now it was time to work on the locking mechanism. A very easy job, just take away these 3 bolts and attach them to the new hood, and that's it. Now because the engine was making these noises when the car was running, it's time to increase the tension in the belt. And for that, I need to screw this plug on this belt a bit stronger. The job is done. I tension the bolt and I hope this sound will be gone when I start the car. But if it doesn't go anywhere, well, that means I need to buy a new belt. Now what I also found out is that a lot of people watching my videos are not even subscribed, so please, if you like what I'm doing, consider hitting that button. And now it was about time to start yet one of the biggest jobs on this car, and it was to restore all the body panels, fixing the stereo all together, because it actually looks nasty. And first up we had to remove all the dents in these areas that were caused by an accident. We used all the hammers and everything we had to do it, and the process itself looked kinda suspicious, but the result speaks for itself. It was much better than before. After that I taped all the areas I don't want to scratch, and now it was time to fill all the holes. So what we literally did is took some special body filler and also the hardener to harden this thing down. We mixed them well together in the right proportions. Now if you ask me where I got the right proportions, watch this YouTube channel, you definitely know him. And so we just filled up all these holes with the primer on the front bumper, on the side mirror, and also on the back, and then waited for around an hour to sand everything down, and then apply the second coat to make it even more even. This job took me around 3 days, and not because it is hard, but because you have to wait a long time for the primer to actually harden. And once I was finished with one place, I found out that there is a lot more things that I must cover. But at the end of the day, everything was even, and as I thought, all the holes were fixed. And also we have to do something with this bolt, because it is actually essential, it holds this panel together, so we can't take it off, so we'll have to do something with it and cover it on top. And so this is how the final result looks like. And now, all is left is to paint on top of it, but we'll do it a bit later. Now one of my wheels was also missing a cap, so I measured the hole. Okay, so I bought this off Amazon, let's see if it's gonna fit in. And then it was time to test them out, and they fit perfectly in. And so I decided to take these chrome pieces from the roof that were peeling with this awful white paint. I do not even know why it was painted in the first place, and they're all rusted and covered in this gluey substance due to the paint. And well, you're gonna ask me, how am I gonna restore them? Very simple, I'm just gonna polish them like you do with your paint. Now I already did this process before with the M4, but shortly speaking, I used a special substance to help me carry the job. Then I just wiped it down and you could easily see the change. And now it's time to put them back on the car, because this makes a huge difference in how the car looks. but what we all gotta admit, it looks much better than it was when I just got the car. Of course there are some rusted pieces that are still left on these panels, but what we all gotta admit, it looks much better than it was when I just got the car. Yeah, of course there are marks like this one, but it all will go away when we wash the car. It's all from my fingers. Now let's sum up everything we did in the previous series. We got the car, we got the parts for cheap, we changed the steering wheel, we changed the trunk, we changed the rear bumper, we changed the hood, we changed the grille, we even restored all of the gaps in the body, fitted some new caps, and well, all is left to do is fit the exhaust that just fell off for no reason. Then we have to paint the car, restore the interior and especially the seats, and deal with the horn that doesn't work, because that's still a big issue. After that, I'll try to register and sell the car by myself. That's gonna be an interesting video. So if you like this video, make sure you don't miss any of the new ones, so subscribe, and see you later. Peace out.